I started to add water to this, and then it looks so much like a Sunset Magazine stew that I decided to share it with you. This is for my dogs, and they're always close by when I'm cooking in the crock pot because they're thinking maybe we'll get something. Reggie always hangs back there. He's not too food driven, but he's pretty good. He loves it. There's Tucker. Tucker's having chemotherapy for a tumor in his spleen, but he had a second treatment. As you can see, his tail's wagging. He's hungry. See? Are you hungry? So he's looking good. So here's what the stew I put together today. I had some salad in the fridge that was wilting, some spinach. I had some whole green beans that I'd gotten a couple days ago, but they were starting to get that freezer burn. There's a whole young chicken cut in half. There's a pound of pork strips. I got those from the supermarket and they were on sale. Of course, there's baby carrots. You can see those. About a half a pound of those. There's broccoli, about a pound of those. There's chicken livers, about 4 ounces of those. I usually put 6 eggs in. There's an egg. When you add water up to the level of the meat and vegetables, that's what it looks like. And then sometimes I'll even add 4 ounces of rice so that it soaks up some of the fat of the chicken, because chicken's got a lot of fat in it, and it just makes it a nicer consistency. When I sometimes when I start out, I put the rice up on top, or I stir it in, but you got to stir it a couple times or else it'll burn in the pot. So as you know, rice has a lot of good B vitamins in it, so especially the brown rice. So there we go. There's the Sunset Dog Crock Pot Slow Cooking Canine or Feline. Some cats love it too. Pet food that you can make. You can see the meat is breaking away from the bones, and the carrots are getting soft, and they stir the rice in. What you do is you just stir it up and you break up the meat. You can see that the meat just starts to fall apart. This is about 6 or 7 hours, but the bones aren't soft yet, so you just got to keep. I mix it up usually once. Sometimes I don't though, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So we mix it up just to get the moisture, and you can see how kind of soupy it is. It actually looks pretty good, isn't it? But you can see the carrots aren't mixed in yet. I usually like to cook those because dogs can't digest those things very well without them being cooked up. So, and then this is after cooking for 10 hours, and then what you do is actually about 12 hours, you just I take a potato masher and I mash up the carrots. I just stab it a few times, and you can see everything just kind of falls apart. You don't have to blend it. It just takes a few minutes of the potato masher method in order to get all, and you can see it's still bubbling. Well, it's quit bubbling a little bit. I turn it off and I'll just let it cool. So you can see it doesn't look like a Sunset Magazine bouquet anymore. It looks like mush. And like I said, there's always the stalkers. Tucker, what do you think? That's your breakfast. Well, I kind of wanted to go over the steps that I use in cooking my homemade dog food and cat food. If you want more information on that, just go to my website, Dog Dish Diet, and click on the Order Now button, and it'll show you my book, Dog Dish Diet. Talks about allergies, ingredients in dry food and canned food, and also has a slow cooking recipe in it like this. My Feed the Pet to Avoid the Vet goes over how you would go about using an elimination diet to diagnose allergies, and teaches you a little bit about slow cooking too. So that's in there, and I've been slow cooking now for my animals for a few years, probably 5 years. And when I don't slow cook, I feed them a quality, no grain, moist, hypoallergenic canned food. So I talk about those in Dog Dish Diet too, because if your dog has allergies or diarrhea or seizures or bladder problems, they may clear up noticeably, and not have chronic problems if you feed him a better diet. Anyway, doesn't Tucker look great? He's on his second round of chemotherapy. It's been 7 weeks now. So for those of you that don't know, he had his tumor removed out of his spleen, and he gets another 3 rounds of chemotherapy. And I know it probably won't cure him because he's got hemangiosarcoma, but I just hope to give him as long as possible. And you know what? Even if you have a few months left, they're going to be good ones. Well, that's really a philosophy for all of us. You take care. Have a good day.